Hello, this is Mr. Gbamu Idanogbene. This is our third lesson for the week, and we are looking at volume of solid shapes. In today's lesson, we are not going to waste much time. Just look at the meaning of volume, then we try to look at the unit for volume. In case you finish your calculation in volume, what are the units you are going to impute as your answer? Then we are going to look at some conversions between the unit of volume, which are liter to centimeter cube to meter cube, and just like that. But this third objective, we're not going to spend much time on it because we may not really do examples on it until you go higher to JH2 or JH3. That's when we'll focus on this area. Then finally, we do simple calculation on volume of cubes and cuboid. So that is our objective for today. Now let's go straight to the first part. Now we are looking at the meaning of volume. Just as we already know, volume have three dimensions now, which is the base, the height, and the length. Now, by the time you know the area covered by the base, just multiply it by the height to give you the volume. So that's why we say volume is the amount of space occupied by a solid object. And good example is water, or you can have a sand in a container just like that. The water is a common example of volume of a material that we are used to. Take note of this. Then we can see another statement here. It said it shows how much a container can hold. So that is one basic meaning of volume. Take note of this. Now, when we look at the unit of volume, if you are measuring your length of the material now in centimeter, so the volume will end up as centimeter cube. If you are using meter to take the measurement of the side of the shape, your unit will end up as meter cube. Then you may use liters or you can use milliliter. Like milliliter, we use it more in drugs, like our cough syrup, the small bottle or the small white cup we use in taking cough medicine, which is syrup, cough syrup, is always measured in milliliter. So take note of that. Then we can also do conversion of milliliter to centimeter cube. You can see 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. The same thing with 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. So that one will lead us to conversion of units. So 1 liter also is 1000 centimeter cube. Then 1000 liters will give us 1 meter cube. Then 1 meter cube will give us 1 million centimeter cube. So this is how you can do the conversion. But as I said, we are not going to focus on conversion in this class. When we move to JH2, we'll do more conversions. So let's go straight to our main business for the day, which is the volume of a cuboid and the volume of a cube. Just as we said, a cuboid is a prism. The same thing with a cube is a prism. So to get the volume of a cuboid, just multiply the three lengths, the length, the breadth, and the height, which is L times B times H. That is all. So that is all. The answer you get will be in centimeter cube, depending on the question or the unit given in the question. Then the same thing with cube, multiply the three length. Then since cube, all the sides are equal. So just times the three length, L times L times L. This one will give us L raised to power 3, which is L cube. So that is that. So take note of that. So all these are few common examples of cube, like the dice. You have seen Maggie cube, the one we used to cook at home. So it's a good example of cube. Even your sugar, we have cube of sugar. All these are common examples you can see around. So with those two formulas now, volume of cube and volume of cuboid, you can solve simple questions like this one we have here. So the first one, number one, is very easy. All you just need to do is, what shape are we looking for the volume? It's a cuboid. Then what is the length? 8. What is the breadth? 5. What is the height? H. So number one solution will just be V is equals to volume, which is 8 times 5 times 4. So 8 times 5 times 4 now, what will it give us? Let's check. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 times 4, this one will give us 160. So take note, since the question is centimeter, so you are going to have centimeter cube. So that is all for this. Then the second question, number 2, let's see. It says calculate the volume of a cube. Since cube all the sides are equal, you don't need 3 lengths. Just one length is enough. Then multiply the one length by itself 3 times. So since the length is 6, so number 2, which is a cube now, the volume is going to be 6 raised to power 3. And what is 6 raised to power 3? That is 6 times 6 times 6. So by the time you do 6 times 6 times 6, what will it give us? Let's check first. So 6 times 6 will give us 36. Then we do 36. 36 times 6, let's see, 36 times 6 will give us 216. So you can confirm that as you study. So that is that. So that is all. And this unit is cm. So you end up as centimeter cube. So this is all for today's lesson. Just the volume of cube and cuboid. It's a very simple thing. Just know your formula, know the substitution of the values given in the question in the formula, and you are okay. So that is that. Then finally, we have simple classwork. We could not do this classwork in class. So tomorrow we do this one in class. Then we do our assignment. So just take note of that. And that is all for today's lesson. By this one, volume of cube and cuboid, just take note of the formula, and that is all. So thank you for watching this lesson, watching this video. Do have a nice day.